Welcome to this wonderful platform. If it is your first time of stopping by or coming across this channel for the first time, you are welcome. Please, if you like what you see here, after watching, subscribe, put on your notification bell. It's very important because it's going to help you to know when I upload a new video. In this channel, I present to you news on daily basis on what is happening in the whole world, especially in Nigeria and in Biafra land. Yes, I'm Mother Biafra. I bring to you Biafra news. So before I do that, what I always do is that I analyze it and I sit down there to watch the video together with you. Then we'll come to the comment section to talk about it. Of course, everybody is entitled to his or her opinion. That is why the comment section is there for you to contribute, leave your ideas, your thoughts, your belief about the videos that you have watched. Please, as we are doing this, let us do it constructively. As we hop into today's video, remain blessed. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate your massive support in this channel.
Bless you. You're welcome. I want you to share the video. Share the video and let it go far. Ladies and gentlemen, there are lots of reactions around the world. People that I call real men, people that are real people, acting, coming together. I see white people joining in the race to protest for the release of this activist called Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is an activist, and it's a pity that the masses, the Nigerian people at large, does not respect heroes. Ladies and gentlemen, Nnamdi Kanu is a man that I, on my own, will compare when I see the fire of the passion of Nnamdi Kanu. A passion to set his people free. A passion to set Nigeria free at large. When I see that passion, I have no choice but rather to compare Nnamdi Kanu to Nelson Mandela. The last time we saw somebody like this, the last time we saw a man with strong passion, was during the time of the apartheid, when the white people were oppressing the South Africans, and Nelson Mandela was actually jailed because of this kind of passion of love for his people. What makes him unique was basically because he was asked, "We will let you go, but you will not stand for your people anymore. You will not engage people in uproar anymore. You will not call for riot anymore for the freedom of your people." But this man, Nelson Mandela, refused to go to the street and be free because he wouldn't sign those documents. Because he knew if he go out, he will engage people in riots, and he will make sure they will not be able to contain him, to stop him from inciting people into an uproar. So they kept him in jail. Ladies and gentlemen, when I see the fire burning in this man, Nnamdi Kanu, I see no other fire but the burning fire that I can be compared to that of Nnamdi Kanu. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm calling on Nigerians at large. I'm calling on the President of Nigeria, calling on all the state governors to please realize and think one thing. Nelson Mandela was not denied of treatment. Nelson Mandela was not killed. He was not killed by the white man. The life of Nnamdi Kanu that is compared to that of Nelson Mandela, the life of Nnamdi Kanu must be spared and watch out for. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm calling on all Nigerians to come out for protest. A peaceful protest. I'm not calling for a riot against the government of Nigeria, but a peaceful protest is allowed in any nation that has democracy as its foundation. So I'm calling on all Nigerians to come out and protest. Let the United Nations see you. It is a thing of cowardness and a thing of stupidity. It is a thing of stupidity and a thing of foolishness. If you decide to segregate yourself at this hour and say you are not a Biafra, you are not Igbo, you are from Delta, or you are from Edo, or you are from Yoruba. No. This is a time you have to fight for the freedom of that nation. Nobody knows where the Fulani herdsmen are coming. Migration are never done like this. Migration is not when people come into your land to take over your land from you. The Western people, the migration that the black people or Arab people, other race of the world are migrating into their nation is done peacefully. You are checked, you are a refugee, you seek refugee, and after some time you can allow to go into the society, not to take over the land. The citizens of the land remains the first class citizen, not to take over the land, not to own even a land, but you can own a house, and after 90 years you lose that property to the state government, but you are allowed to stay in the land as a citizen. That is migration. The kind of migration that the administration of Buhari is allowing these people from the desert, who are not even Nigerians, called the Fulani herdsmen, the kind of migration is allowed, is bringing in, is not constitutional. Migration is not to take over a land. Migration is to go into a land as a refugee because you have no stable home, and if the state allow it, you can be granted an asylum. Otherwise, you are rejected and you have to leave the city. Nigeria, the states of Nigeria, is no longer under federal the way I see it. The state is being threatened by some certain kind of some certain group of religious extremists are threatening each of the states, and this can bring about a revolution. The people can revolt, and when it gets out of hand, people can lose their life. So I'm using this opportunity to call on all Nigerians to continue. This is not a thing of Biafra. I'm not a Biafran. This is a thing of freedom. a thing of liberation of the nation of Nigeria, liberating the country. That's what this is all about. And I'm using this opportunity to call on the Yorubas to come out and protest for the life of Nnamdi Kanu, for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Peaceful protests, I repeat again. Nobody wants war. Peaceful protests. There is this arrogancy and this extremist that thinks that arrogancy is in their blood and their veins. They think that they, with their bow and arrow and sword, they can kill who they want to kill. They always undermine the power of the strength of the Christians when it comes to war. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not calling for war. I'm not calling for war. But for the Fulani herdsmen in the bushes of Nigeria, and not in the bushes of Nigeria, the bushes around those states, when the time comes, you will run. When it sets, it's a clear message to you. You will run with your leg. If the federal government does not want to take a precaution, when the time comes, you will know that it doesn't take an extremist of any religious person to pull a trigger. It takes a finger to pull a trigger. Ladies and gentlemen, I am calling on all South Nigerians to join in this race. A peaceful protest, not an uproar. I am calling. And as for the Edo State artifacts that was taken from the Oba Palace long ago, I do not know much about the story. I don't know much about the in and out. I hear Lai Mohammed stretching his mouth on something that does not concern him. I want to say this to you, Obaseki. I hope you are watching this. If you are from those states, I want you to share this video. Share the video, let it go far. Imagine artifacts collected at the Emir Palace of the Fulani or the Hausas in the northern part of Nigeria, and then the governor will say that it belongs, he wants to make it a thing of the federal government. It is never heard of. It will be returned to where it was taken. Those artifacts were taken from the palace of the Oba and should be returned back to the palace of the Oba. Anything other than that is you turning and bending the hand of the palace. Is you using the strength of the federal government of Nigeria to cheat and to steal from the Edos. I say from the Edos because those things does not just belong to the palace, it belongs to the Edos. The very dignity of the Oba of Benin is the pride of the Edo people. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know much of what is transpiring about this story, but what I read in the news that Lai Mohammed, this man from the north, is coming to say something that has to do with the palace of the Oba, putting his mouth, something that has nothing to do with the federal government of Nigeria. It is the federal government of Nigeria, as a matter of fact, that are supposed to collect that thing with the force of the federal government. The military of Nigeria, they are supposed to use it to collect those artifacts and return it back. Why returning it? They will return it back to the palace, because the palace is still under the federal government of Nigeria because of the oppression of the British when they took over the land some years ago. I am saying this loud and clear. I am calling on all the Southerners the Igbo people, the Delta people, the Yoruba, the Edos, all the people in the south join hand in this battle. This is a battle of cheating. I was one of the people that campaigned for Obaseki, but there is still a puzzle, and there is still a puzzle, and there is still a puzzle that I have not been able to unwrap within myself. How can Omoto of Edo State, how can an indigene of Edo State have the mind to say he wants to turn what belongs to the palace to the property, to become the property of the federal government of Nigeria? Is it that this man doesn't want anything good in Edo State? How can it say that the very museum that is coming to be built because of these artifacts should be placed under the federal government somewhere like Lagos State? Is it that he's an enemy of the state? How can it that the people that are going to build this very museum are not the workers from the Edo people? Is it that he doesn't value the people? Imagine the Northerners happens to return the artifact that was taken from them is being returned back to the Northerners. Do you think then before you see 20 Hausa man that will be working in the museum in the north, do you think you will see one Edo person? No. No. Absolutely no. The Fulani herdsmen are coming into Edo State the way they were coming to the north, to the Biafra land, to the Igbo side of the nation of Nigeria. They have been coming and taking over the bushes. And to my understanding, lands are being given away to these people for them to possess by the state governor. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a saying that says, it was one of us, one person among us that we called our own, that was used to betray us. Judas Iscariot was the treasurer of the ministry of Jesus Christ. It was Judas Iscariot that was used to betray the very ministry that led to the killing of the very leader of the ministry, and that led to the destruction of that ministry by Satan, not knowing that the ministry was about to explode, because God had a second plan for the ministry of the Lord Jesus Christ. Satan thought he has already destroyed it, but it's one person. So I hope you, Obaseki, I supported you with all my heart. I prayed for you that you win. I hope you are not that person that is going to betray that land. If you have an issue with the Oba himself, let it be between you and him. Do not let it involve those artifacts. You have dragged it now and federalized those artifacts to the extent that the federal government of Nigeria, because of the level of their understanding, they cannot even judge very well and say, no, those things belong to the Oba Palace. No, because it is a thing. Cheating is in their vein. Because oppression and taking over the land is within their gene. They accepted it. It is not too late, Mr. Obaseki, because what you are turning to become the property of the Federal Republic of Nigeria belongs to the Edo, the Kingdom of Edo. You can still turn it around to save yourself. Those antics are from the ancient forefathers of the kingdom. If nobody ask you. Those ancient forefathers may fight against you, Mr. Obasaki. Ladies and gentlemen, that is for that. I am calling on all South Nigerian. If you refuse to join hand in this protest for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, know that you are a coward. If you think it doesn't concern you why the Fulani men are advancing in the bushes against you, unknowingly to you, it can be tomorrow that you'll be caught up with in your house. If you think this battle does not concern you, ladies and gentlemen, it means you are stupid. So I am not putting it fully directly to you that you are coward and stupid. You can still turn it around, because you can still turn it around. That's what I mean to say. But I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, if you are criticizing this protest, and you don't want to be part of protest for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, tomorrow may be your turn. You may be driven out of your own home tomorrow. You may be driven out of your own state tomorrow by these Fulani herdsmen. I want you to share the video. Let it get to all Nigerians. I'm calling for a peaceful protest. I'm calling for a referendum. I'm not inciting crime, and I am not inciting any outrage of an uproar against the nation of Nigeria. And I am saying this, and I'm not doing it, not because I'm afraid, but I'm saying it because I love the Nigerians. God bless you. Share the video. See you next time. My name is King David.
For always watching Linda's TV show. I will see you again in my next video. Remain blessed. I appreciate each and every one of you, and keep on watching Linda's TV show. If you have not yet subscribed, please, I beg you to do that so that you'll be getting more updates from me. Bye bye.